Thank you for an excellent presentation and a deep dive into one particular domain and the challenges of data sharing there. We've only got, about 5 minutes or less for questions right now. We want to make sure that we have time for the rest of this session. So we have a number of detailed questions that have been put in, but let me ask just one clarifying one that cuts across the different speakers. We've heard comments both that the people creating data and the people reusing data, whether it's modelers or collaborators or whoever, needs to coordinate from both ends of that chain. And then we've also heard about the challenges that arise if there's too much, say, connection between them and the ability to re-identify and where bad actors come in. So let's just see which of our speakers would like to chime in and see if we can reconcile a bit of that conflict between how much communication we really want to have between data creators and data reusers. Raphael?
So if you want, I can try to tell you a little bit about my experience. So one thing I've learned is that you learn a lot from talking to the data generators, especially when the data isn't annotated very clearly. So there's a lot of subtleties that aren't coded anywhere, and that is essential sometimes. Now there's another extreme to this where the data is clear, simple, especially with some of the consortia that generate data, where it would be impossible, I think, to have that communication happen because you basically have thousands of people downloading data and using it constantly or daily. I don't know about daily, but there's too many for these conversations to happen. So I think that the answer to that question is going to be context dependent.
Danny, did you want to make a quick response before we move on? You're muted.
I think Raphael said it on that topic.
Okay, good.
Great.
All right. Well, let's move on to Jan then, and give him a chance to wrap up before we go to the panel session.